Yo, 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 yo. We'll start in around 2 minutes. Hey, how's it going, guys? Let me know if you guys can hear me, so I can go ahead and switch on over to the charts. All right, I think Krisha's here with us too, and we're ready to start.
Guys? Oh, have we started already?
No, not really, not officially, but people can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool beans. What is up, everybody? I also need to just get onto the stream because I'm not on the stream right now. Okie dokie, lemon smoky. So many windows. So many windows.
Let us know when you're ready. Oh my god, there's so many people in here. Well, no, not really. There's a lot of people chatting. Expected there to be like 5 people. Ooh, it's Alina. Alina's in here.
Hey, Alina,
Artemis
what's up?
is in here too. How's it going, Alina? How's it going, Mayur? Anurag? Hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Anurag.
No, you got it right
Hola.
the first time. You got it right the first time.
Let us know, guys, if you're too soft, if the music's too loud, if Krisha is annoying you, all of that, you know, I'll just kick her out.
You sure you want to do that, Sean? You sure about that?
No, I'm not sure at all. I don't want to do that. Tan Swan Kai says, this is my first Mango live stream. Hey, buddy. Good to have you in here. John Migo says, loud and clear. Thanks, man. Thank you. Alright, so Krisha, let's get the charts up and running.
Yes,
is there
please.
anything you're looking at?
Oh, XRP. I think someone already mentioned it, right? Leonard.
Yeah, of course.
Leonard has already mentioned XRP. I mean, that shit is mooning. And that's the thing with XRP. Like, there is, when it starts to run, the thing is that it's such a volatile chart. So when it does break a resistance, this thing just blows right off.
And I have the charts up and running.
But you have us like right in. Okay, there we go. Okay, when you call.
Yeah, it's a little bit delayed. Gotta show off our love for each other, you know, Krisha. Gotta show off the love.
We're doing a good job so far.
I have my horizontals here on XRP that we drew like months ago, right? And it looks like XRP did come and smack up right against it at around 2,274 Satoshi. And yeah, it's still respecting the same horizontals. This is why I don't clear my old charts out. But yeah, we were playing XRP all the way around this region over here. We weren't too keen on it ever. There was one period where I did try to take a trade on XRP a while ago, somewhere around here. It did work out well, but not as good as our Cardano trades, our Zilliqa wins, our VeChain, and then Band and SXP, right? Those were just like trend trades that just kept going and going and going and going. Now, hey, is it going to be XRP's time this time on this run? What are your thoughts, Krisha?
I think it's long overdue, honestly. And the thing is that I want you to notice what's happened here, okay, with XRP. The last time we penetrated, well, this resistance, now the resistance that I'm looking at is at that 30-cent resistance. The last time we did that was, the last time we lived over that, okay, let me rephrase. The last time we lived over this resistance was only back in August of 2019. So it's been over 1 year. And we finally done something very, very different. And I feel like the next point, I feel like this wants to go, quite honestly. I think the next point of resistance that I'm personally looking at is 48 cents for XRP. What are your thoughts?
I'm looking at the Bitcoin pairing. Let's go ahead and turn on the XRP USD pairing. So it's a little bit tough to really say, hey, this is looking so freaking good, because the dynamic has kind of shifted in that Bitcoin has been a lot more aggressive this time on its run towards the upside relative to the altcoins compared to the 2016 market, right? We had a lot more time to play altcoins, and altcoins weren't getting as destroyed in the Bitcoin pairing. So yes, XRP is looking amazing on its USD pairing, no doubt about that, and it's outperforming even Chainlink in that regard because it's breaking major levels. So yeah, you are right in that it's looking extremely good. But is it the better trade over Bitcoin at the moment? And I think for that, I want to see XRP trend against the Bitcoin pairing. And yeah, so this is how I look at it, Krisha. If you're holding XRP, if you're one of the XRP army and you're an XRP hodler for the entire market cycle, then you should be looking at the USD chart, right? Because trying to battle Bitcoin the entire time is an exercise in futility, right? But if you're trying to play it aggressively during those small windows of opportunity, during the altcoin rallies that we're going to have throughout the cycle, then you want to be looking at the Bitcoin pairing, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we are doing with Ethereum and Chainlink. We are playing those two on the bull cycle, right? So we aren't too concerned about them outperforming Bitcoin throughout every moment of the cycle. So there's going to be times where Chainlink goes in a downtrend against Bitcoin. There's going to be times where Ethereum goes in a downtrend against Bitcoin, and we're fine with that as long as they're holding their monthly levels and weekly levels. That's the lowest time frame we're looking at on Ethereum and Chainlink. And I get some criticism on the comments whenever I look at Ethereum, and someone was like, hey, you're only looking at the higher time frames. And that's the reason I'm looking at the higher time frames, guys, is because that's what I'm playing. I don't want to give you guys an analysis on something I'm not interested in, right? It also helps me mentally to not get distracted. So unless something drastic happens on the higher time frames, on the weekly, on the monthly, I'm not going to look at the low time frames. So that's the order of priority for me. I'll be saying, hey, has the weekly achieved what I wanted to achieve? Yes, no. Oh, okay, yes, it has. Then I'm going to look at the daily. Then I'm going to look at the 2-day, the 12-hour, and the 4-hour. And that's what you guys saw me do with Ethereum recently. It did something key on the weekly that I was waiting for months for it to do, right? In fact, let's go ahead and pull up the chart instead of me just like rambling here. You guys will get a better idea.
I think it's going to be so key to have a strategy getting into this next bull run. And I think I can say it very confidently. I think we're getting there now. I mean, we've started pretty much, right? Everything's in an uptrend. And just having a strategy, you know, for your Bitcoin, whether you're playing the USDT pairings or the Bitcoin pairings, it's really going to dictate how you perform in this next run. The last thing you want is to be jumping in and out of strategies.
Exactly.
Right? So that's going to lead to a death by 1,000 cuts at the end.
Yeah.
A death to your portfolio, that is. So,
Right.
you know, just take a step back, you know, take some time to reflect on your strategy getting to this next run, because that is going to be key for you and your portfolio overall. Okay?
Yeah. And just because it doesn't work out once, right, it doesn't mean that you stop the strategy entirely. People give up on their strategies far too early, right? You're not supposed to win every single trade. That's not what trading is about. It's about winning either enough trades or winning the magnitude of the trade to make the losers not matter as much in the long run. So going back to what we were talking about in terms of Ethereum, and also what Krisha talked about in terms of sticking with your strategy right over here, right? I was being very, very patient and doing it very simply. I said, hey, we are waiting for a weekly close above this region over here. During this entire consolidation, it took an entire month, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Ethereum was trying. It did not work, right? I don't say it did not work. It did not manage to break through. It did take out this high over here, which was important. It put in a nice pivot point for us, got rejected, closed the week underneath, and then came and tested our major levels on the Mango Dynamic 2, giving us an accumulation opportunity throughout this entire period. Now, if you guys do, those of you who were keenly watching, you guys know that I showed this only a couple of times, the Mango Dynamic on the weekly time frame. It's because one of the reasons was I don't want to show you guys that this is the only way to be playing it, right? Yes, the Mango Dynamic was one of the reasons why I was able to accumulate, or that helped me have more confidence in accumulating along this region over here. But guys, the way I do it is that it helps me know when I'm wrong, more so, right? Because as soon as we close a weekly candle underneath the Mango Dynamic, I just get out of my trade. It's as simple as that. But while I was doing my analysis for you guys, we saw how we didn't need to use a Mango Dynamic to come up with the same levels, right? In fact, you could have come up with some tighter levels too underneath over here. You could have got some better bids at 309, 305. So yeah, very, very patient this entire time. And what were we waiting for in this region over here? A weekly candle close above 432. When did we do it? We did only 2 weeks ago. Finally, it took a while on the weekly time frame. It took a while. And then I started looking at the lower time frames. It was only then I started looking at the daily. I started looking at the 12-hour. Why? Because I was looking for buy opportunities. I was looking to add to my position. And then we got the retest on this week over here. And then again, after we got that retest, confirmed this region as support. Now look at my mindset, guys. I waited first for the weekly to do what I was looking for it to do, which was close above 432. Once it did that, I started looking at the daily, etc., to get the retest to add to my position. After that, I was looking for continuation, because this candle over here was our confirmation, right? So now I'm looking for continuation. Where did we look at? Well, we went down onto the 4-hour time frame now to dig a little bit deeper and get a little bit more aggressive. And right over here on this horizontal, lined up with the bull flag break as well. Boom, got the close. We talked about it on the day this happened. Literally for around 2 or 3 hours after this candle, I came on here. I told you guys, I talked about Ethereum, talked about this candle close over here, and now we're seeing the same continuation that we talked about, right? It's as simple as that. Nothing complicated in what we do over here. The only tough part is staying consistent, staying patient, and waiting. If you look at the lower time frames when it's not time to look at the lower time frames, you are going to push yourself out of this market, because you'll be trading at the wrong times when you're supposed to be sitting back and being patient. So yeah, enough of the rambles. Let me go ahead and look at the comment section, Krisha, and we'll answer some questions. Let's see what's going on in the comment section.
Everyone's very excited about XRP, 65 cents XRP. Yeah, I think that should be on the books too, if we start breaking resistances, that is. Right?
Yeah, it is. XRP in 2017 mode. I'm so mad that I didn't buy more XRP. Alina says, how can I get the Mango Dynamic and learn about it? So Alina, since you're in the seed and you have you've been in the seed for a while too, and the Vine, so right now the Dynamic is not available to anyone. It's not publicly available. Only a handful of people do have it. Yeah. Just PM Krisha, and I think she can talk to you about it, give you a little bit more information on it as to when it's going to be available.
Yeah, so we haven't really made it official yet. So just like Sean just mentioned, there's only a handful of people that do have it, but particularly those already in the seed program. So Lena, you can just reach out and we'll kind of just talk it out, right? But yeah, so I wanted to mention something since we're doing this analysis right now, we're doing this live stream. Actually, I'm going to ask you a question, Sean.
Okay.
In a bull market, okay, now since we're heading into a bull market, do you think would you be, taking margin trades on the Bitcoin pairings? Do you think it's, it's a good strategy to actually take trades on the Bitcoin pairings? Because the way I'm looking at it is that you're kind of trading one bull against the other,
I
right?
mean,
And the thing is that what the crypto space really allows you to do, right, that no other space does, is that even if you take margin trades on, say, the USDT pairings, they're all settled in Bitcoin for the most part,
yes.
right, on these various exchanges. So the way I was thinking about it, just the other day, I was just kind of reflecting on my own. I'm just like, huh, it may be a better strategy to just take the trades on the USDT pairings. And anyways, the trade is going to be settled in Bitcoin.
Okay. So,
What are your thoughts on that? Correct me if my logic is wrong here, of course.
no, your logic isn't wrong. I think what you're really trying to say is through a risk perspective, and that's what matters, right? Over here at Mango, we always ask not what's the most profitable opportunity, but where can we have the least risk along with good profit. So, how much am I going to lose? Is the first
Hmm.
question you ask, and then you ask how much am I going to gain. So yeah, if you're saying that Bitcoin is in a bull run and Bitcoin is bullish on the USD and we're in an overall bull market, the safer choice is to be taking the bullish trade against the Bitcoin pairing, right? Let's say you're saying, hey, ETH BTC is looking really, really good over here. Okay, you've identified that looks really, really good. Now, the problem with taking the trade against the Bitcoin pairing, and this is more of a
Hmm.
psychological thing. The problem with taking the trade against the Bitcoin pairing is that Bitcoin may explode at any moment. And now, even though BTC was looking good, you're battling one bull against the other, like you mentioned, and Bitcoin may suddenly turn a trend around just by the nature of Bitcoin breaking towards the upside. However, if you take the same trade, okay, if you like take the trade on the USD pairing based off the fact that the BTC pairing is looking good, then you're protecting yourself against the possibility that Bitcoin breaks towards the upside and outperforms ETH, because ETH USD is going to go at the very least sideways at most, right? But at the
Yeah.
very least, it will go towards the upside with Bitcoin. So yes, it won't outperform Bitcoin if Bitcoin has a
Yeah.
massive break. But a really good example was let's go on over to the weekly, and I'm going to switch on over to Bitcoin. Okay, I'm going to go back to the 3K region, Krisha. If you do remember,
Yeah.
when Bitcoin had this massive break from the 4K region over here, right? People who were in the USD trade on Litecoin were protected during Litecoin's volatile move towards the downside. Now Krisha's laughing over there because she was on
Yeah,
the
I just knew it.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, watch him bring this
Yeah.
up.
So Krisha was on the receiving end, and that's fine, right? You guys got to learn from all of our mistakes. I've talked about the horrendous mistakes I've made in the past, and it was just the more convenient trade at the time to take against the Bitcoin pairing because the exchange we were trading on did not have the USD pairing, so that laziness costed us. So Litecoin had such a volatile move towards the downside that it really, really hurt, and then it got picked up anyways, and it did well later, right? But it didn't matter. At that point, it didn't matter because when you're in a leverage trade, right? That's why you mentioned leverage trade, right, Krisha?
Yeah.
When you're in a leverage trade, that can be really hurt. That can hurt you because your stop loss may get triggered, or if you're being very, very careless, you may actually get liquidated. But that's never going to happen to anyone in the Mango community because we know better than to ever get liquidated. Guys, at the very least, make sure that your stop loss is before your liquidation point. Getting liquidated is far too expensive. You should never put yourself in a situation where you get liquidated. Like, don't do that. Okay, but going back to what I was saying, on the USD pairing though, Litecoin did fine, right? And then, even though it was outperformed by Bitcoin during that period over here, where Bitcoin went from 4K to 5K, Litecoin then continued to run even further, more than Bitcoin. So you were protected in that aspect where Bitcoin had this movement of volatility. And then during these weeks over here where Bitcoin pretty much went sideways, Litecoin, I believe, was running really aggressively.
Yeah. 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 And I mean, I got stopped out of my trade because of that volatility that kicked me out from the Bitcoin pairing, and it just went to just run. Like the run on Litecoin after that was insane. And I was just I was too like I was too I don't know, I just felt so discouraged, I guess, by that. And I took that and I made it a rule in my rule book. If for whatever reason I actually do get kicked out of my trade, as stupidly as I did with that Litecoin trade, my rule is to now get back in. If the charts start looking good again, my rule is to get back in, reset and get back in.
Yep. You can't let that you can't let the previous bad trade affect your strategy. This is a really good example of what Krisha was talking about in the beginning of the video, in that don't let one bad trade affect your next trade in the strategy, because nothing has changed. You're going to have those really, really one-off bad trades where it's not your fault really, other than a few things that you could have done differently. But don't let that affect you from stopping your strategy altogether. And that's easier said than done, I understand. But that's where the emotional battle sets apart the amateur traders and the professional traders, because the professional traders will squash it out. They'll manage their emotions through some form or the other. They'll freaking break a keyboard. They'll go out and do meditation. They'll go out for a run. They'll go work out. Everyone manages their emotions in their own way. But when it comes to the charts, you need to have a clear head. Before you put on the next trade, it needs to be a clean trade. Okay? So, going back to the comments now, Stan P says, "Hey Sean, it's good to see you've been enthusiastic and eager to learn crypto throughout the bear, blah, 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 and you are being rewarded. Good for you, man." Stan, are you the Stan from BMC, man? That's funny, if you are the same guy. So, and the bull market wasn't as generous to me as the bear market. I made a killing during the bear market. Changed my life, pretty much. So, I'm not sure
we were just talking about it just before we started the stream, actually.
Yeah, the bear market was... So it's going to be really, really funny to play this bull market now, because, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Mayu says, "Bro, do TA on Neo also, please." Sure, let's go ahead and check out Neo. Ashok says, hey, I'm in. Okay, Ashok, we okay, you know what? Maybe I'll reserve that conversation for Seed, because you asked a question that is pretty important to understand. But I'm not even sure if you're still here. Okay, so it is the same Stan. How's it going, man? Good to see you again. You disappeared. Didn't you go on a long you went out into the wilderness and you were looking to buy a trailer or something like that? I was telling Krisha about you and how we should do something like that sometime. We're really envious. But let me know more about that, man. Don't hesitate to PM me.
Everyone's gonna be back now that the bull is here full swing. Everyone's coming back.
You know who messaged me today, Krisha, after the longest time?
Who?
Thomas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
okay.
Everyone's coming back.
Full circle.
Yeah, it's great. Miss C says, "Buy crypto, 65 cents XRP." Is XRP sitting at 65 cents? Is that what she means?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's at 41 cents. But no, I think it does have resistance overhead. The thing is that right now, so the USDT pairings, I'm noticing like a lot of FOMO, especially on coins like XRP and stuff. The USDT pairings are looking very, very good, but the Bitcoin pairings is, telling me that, hey, just you'll have another opportunity. I feel like the Bitcoin pairings are still sort of, they're giving me a tip off that, Bitcoin is not done running.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Bitcoin may not be done running.
So this is where it gets really tricky for me when assessing Chainlink, right? Because I've been adding to my position on Chainlink slowly and steadily and confidently, though. And by the way, Elena is asking about accumulating ETH. I've been accumulating both of them, Ethereum and Chainlink, Elena. I'm not sure, Elena, if you have access to the Discord Mango Plays, because I did post a long analysis on Chainlink today on my mindset going into the next possible run. So please go ahead and check that out, because I know that you've not been active on Discord. And I'm pretty sure you have access to that channel. If not, message Ollie and he'll set you up. Ollie's not here today because he's away enjoying the outdoorsies, but he'll be back tomorrow, so shoot him a PM, Elena. So Elena asked, by the way, Kusha, were you accumulating ETH when it didn't break that level, or did you get in only after the weekly close above that level? Which level are you talking about exactly? I'm going to go back to the chart and then I'll come back to link. So my bullish bias on Ethereum started a while ago, right? As soon as we start closing above $305 right over here, I'll turn off the Ichimoku for now. Right over here. So there were two ways to play it. You could have either, like I said in the daily videos on Ethereum, buying across this 305 level was the play. Okay, I got my position in around 309, 314. I kept buying over there, but the way I was playing it, I was being a little bit more strict with it. I was using the conjunction of this horizontal over here, right, this one over here. Look at the dotted lines, guys, along with the Mango dynamic, which I showed you guys was lining up over here. Let me pull it up quickly. So the way I was doing was that I was like, okay, cool, I am going to accumulate a position over here, but as soon as we start closing candles underneath the Mango dynamic, I'm going to start de-risking positions, right? Because remember, the way the Mango dynamic works is that green means the trend is still intact, purple means that we're going into consolidation and the trend may switch either direction, but of course my bullish bias was going to stay intact as long as we were above 309, and because of that I was able to use both of them in conjunction, 309 as well as 340ish, to accumulate a position. And that's pretty much what Krisha and I were doing, being very emotionless in during those periods and just buying. Yeah. And now look at this, like 300 to 500, that's a huge gain. And there's so much room towards the downside before we actually go into the negative, right? So it gives us that confidence, that buffer to be adding into positions while we build up. Ashok is one of the few people from back in the day who watched me trade Ethereum a lot during its previous runs, and he's seen me make the mistakes that you could make when you trade Ethereum for the first time. I don't want to say first time, but when you're not as experienced trading Ethereum, because I traded Ethereum throughout 2017 as well, and then 2018, 2019. Now, come 2020, I'm looking to take advantage of my understanding of Ethereum's fingerprint, because every asset, by the way, has a certain fingerprint that it tends to keep replicating. Right.
That's, I mean, a very important thing to sort of understand, looking for, especially coins or any sort of, it doesn't necessarily have to be just crypto, even in the traditional space, depending if you're playing a chart aggressively and you find that you're going to a certain chart very, very often, it's going to pay to find certain signatures on that chart, right?
Yep, exactly.
Because you're likely to actually kind of be in the flow of it. You kind of catch on to certain, let's say, signatures, I guess, right? That will give you that edge on the chart. So you tend to understand price action a lot better.
Exactly. It's well said, Krisha. So let's go ahead and look at Link, because this is another example of how just being patient is going to be really, really, really beneficial. And we've been talking about this rising trend line for months now, more like 6 months, almost a year actually. We've been talking about this trend line, and look at how well it has done for us, right? It's given us such good opportunities. We're able to buy over here, and now we're buying over here, right? Now, will this work out again for us? Who knows? We don't know anything. The only thing we know as traders is that we know nothing. Okay, we have a thesis, and based off that thesis, we are either right or wrong of a certain level or a hypothesis that will invalidate us, right? Your null hypothesis. So if we start closing underneath the zone over here, I'll just be like, all right, cool, I'm wrong about my trade on Link outperforming Bitcoin, and I'm going to be looking elsewhere now for trade opportunities, okay? So right now, though, it's looking like it's working out, right? Because we talked about this in yesterday's Chainlink video, where Chainlink is come up against this major pivot point on the weekly chart, a major support pivot point, while the USD pairing, right? Let me go ahead and show you guys the USD pairing. The USD pairing has come up against a major pivot point as well. But the pivot point on the USD pairing is a resistance. So if the USD pairing breaks its resistance pivot towards the upside, then it increases the likelihood that the BTC pairing sitting on a support pivot starts getting accumulated and sees a bounce off that zone, right? So you're seeing it holistically line up across both pairings. And those are the kind of things I like to look for when taking the aggressive, bigger trades. And this is beginning to look really good. This is what I posted about in the C channel too, by the way, guys, earlier this morning. So use it now as a reference point to get an idea of how, hey, I had an opportunity to buy at around $13.70, and now it's sitting at $14.80, right? An entire dollar per link that you could have made. So let me go back. Krisha, are you looking at the comments too?
Yes. I
Yeah.
just had to pull it up.
Yeah.
My mic has just been, I don't know, it's just been giving me, my mic setup is just not the best right now. I still have a lot of tweaking to do with it.
Josh Hinton asks any news on Radix. I realize it's new. I would say, man, don't bother yourself with anything like that, Josh. Like, I'm not sure where did you read the article or something? If you did, I would say if you're just learning how to trade and you're in this market, your major focus should be on understanding how to at least hold on to profits or hold on to what you do have on the Bitcoin pairing, right? On Bitcoin USD, that's it, right? Try not to distract yourself with altcoins. It can be really risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially not now, especially right now. I think Bitcoin is doing something very, very special. I mean, considering that we're all the way back up at all-time highs, I mean, we're getting there. We're so freaking close, and the fact that there's barely any noise, Sean. There's barely any noise.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, my family hasn't reached out to me, and Bitcoin is almost at 20K.
Yep.
Yep. So it's just it's quiet right now. So Bitcoin may actually do something very special. So it would pay to not get too distracted with the alts right now, especially since the Bitcoin charts, like I'd mentioned earlier, the Bitcoin charts are not giving us that signal yet. Okay, they're still very much ranging. Okay, none of them have really broken out of any sort of major resistance, maybe very few of them. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, it's relentless in its moves so far.
Yep.
Right.
And like you said, this is quiet, right? There's no noise, and I've been saying it for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months now. I'm like, guys, this is disbelief stage. Okay, Bitcoin is doing things. I was saying it around 10,650. Okay, this is my moment now to say I told you so to all of you. Kusha, you too. Because when we closed that month about 10,650, I said, this is it. I am more bullish now than ever. Because we had confirmed that monthly about 10,650. And I was like, all right. The fact that people aren't getting excited by this is the first signs of disbelief. Okay, then we got to 12,000. Then we cleared 14,000 and still no noise. All right, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, I messaged Hatham. I think I talked to Rohan about this too. And I was like, we all talked about disbelief here, disbelief there throughout all these different cycles. But this is the real disbelief. Okay, because there's pin drop silence across all trading chats, all trading channels. No one's talking about it. People are just like, is this real? This can't be real. Bitcoin's going to dump. Robert talked about it too. And he admitted that he was in disbelief when he closed his long, I think, at around 12,000, and Bitcoin just kept going and going. He was like, what the hell is going on? So
we got a lot of BMC guys in the chat today.
Yeah, it's Stan's here too. It's good to see you again, man, Stan. So Stan says that he's looking to build a long-term position for 1 to 2 years. We don't do that at Mango anymore, man. We only hold Bitcoin as our long-term. Chainlink and Ethereum too, but they're not nowhere near, like, it's not that portfolio thing. That we don't do that. It's just only Bitcoin. Everything else is to increase Bitcoin.
Quick in and out trades. Someone's been asking for VeChain. VeChain.
Oh yeah, I feel really bad about that. Let's go ahead and
Anurag. Okay,
so
there we go.
So
she's mentioned again.
So the last, I think it's because we traded VeChain, right? And you guys can see how much we traded VeChain. We made a killing on this one. Kusha and I did so many videos on VeChain. We had to be patient on this one because we were looking at VeChain on the monthly, and we were like, let's go ahead and do a recap on what we were looking at, right? Kusha, remember this month right here? It was the month of June. We closed above. We're like, oh man, this is it. And had the big win. Of course, after we closed the monthly above, we did the same thing, drilled down to the lower time frames and put in bull flag after bull flag. Huge move towards the upside, big up thrust. That was a really good altcoin run. VeChain, then Zilliqa, SXP, Band, all of them, a lot of liquidity, a lot of big gains. Then the downtrend started. That's when we started saying, all right, cool, it's time to get out of all of these coins. Got out of all of them. SXP was the big hint for me, right? And downtrend. Now, the question is this the beginning of a turnaround? you could say that there is a strong chance. That being said, I wouldn't get too excited until we start closing daily candles above 77 Satoshi. We start closing daily candles above 77 Satoshi, I'll start looking for this to be essentially maybe perhaps put in an ascending triangle like formation. Now Krisha's going to disagree with me on this one. Yeah, I would agree with her.
Over.
But either way,
the Bitcoin chart looks pretty blah. I think a lot of Bitcoin pairings are just looking very they look like they need to be revived. You know, they need to be brought back from the dead.
Yes.
You know, despite what's happening on those USDT pairings, I feel like Bitcoin pairings still have some way to go.
So I pulled up a fresh chart so that way I can show these guys what I'm looking at. All right, so you look at this zone over here, guys. We put in a formation over here around 77 Satoshi around June 8th, 2020. It broke towards the upside. It started the next run, accumulated next big impulsive move, right? That was really key. So now, zooming in over here, you can see that it's being used as resistance. Okay, the same resistance level back then, before the big impulsive move, is again the same resistance level against which VeChain is actually consolidating in a bullish structure, because we haven't taken out this low yet. Once we take out this low over here at around 61 Satoshi, that's when I'm like, alright, cool, this is not gonna be looking good for a while. I'll be looking for further downside, perhaps all the way down to 46 Satoshi. Who knows? But we're not there yet. Okay, so it's a if this then that, and until then you just sit back and watch. Okay, there's no reason to get greedy and try to time the bottom. We don't do that over here at Mango. We catch the meat of the move. Okay, we catch the meat. It may push up a little bit higher, but eventually, even if it does push up higher, we'll be getting out somewhere around here. Similarly, we enter only around here. So there are 2 points where we are looking to trade over here, and we exit somewhere around here if the top is here, right? We don't know where the top is going to be, and that's always the mindset we go in with every coin. We don't know where the top is, we don't know where the bottom is. We just know what the best time is to enter and the best time is to exit as a trend trader, of course.
Yeah. But,
so yeah,
I like the let's say the support that you just mentioned. I have 66 sats on my screen right now. I'm looking at the weekly time frame, however.
Okay.
So I think if we break 66 sats to the downside, we close a single weekly candle underneath that. I think we have further downside to go. But as far as upside goes, if you want, if you want like some immediate targets, I think we may be putting like a very mini W-like formation on the daily time frame. And so if we break 77 sats to the upside, this may actually run all the way up to anywhere between 85 and 90 sats, give or take. But yeah, I mean, it's like Sean just mentioned, it still has some time to go though.
Yeah.
So be careful. Prudence is necessary.
But also keep in mind, guys, that Krisha and I are really conservative traders. We are okay missing out on opportunities because we are always more concerned about protecting capital. And we'll take the easy trades, man. It's as simple as that. You guys may find hard trades that may pan out, that you guys have taken or missed, and that might fit your personality. I like doing things the easy way. XLM USD. Ooh, I think we need Vishal here for that.
Yeah, where's Vish actually had a really good trade.
Yeah,
he had a really, really good trade set, a very neat trade setup, and I mean, panned out to the T.
Yeah. So he's becoming a star seed member too now. We should get him on here and get him to explain his analysis to the rest of the Mongolians. Tan Swan Kai says, I think normal people will think, oh, this is just another periodic BTC cycle and will go down again, gradually again. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. They're going to say that this time around, more so to make themselves feel better, right? And it will go down probably after getting to 50,000 or perhaps 100,000, may go down to freaking 20,000 again. Who knows, right? But again, it's going to just keep going up. If you don't really sit down to understand how revolutionary Bitcoin is, and we've all been guilty of that, right? We've all been guilty of thinking that so-and-so altcoin is going to be better than Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. But if you take the time to sit down, study history, study finance, study monetary history, after that, study economics, you begin to realize that the kind of event that is taking place with Bitcoin right now is the kind of thing that happens once every 500 to 1,000 years. A financial revolution, a financial technology doesn't happen that often. It takes 1,000 years for something like this to actually pan out. He's like, senpai noticed me. Yeah, but hey man, Tan, it's honestly really great to have you here. I think most of the other streams that we've done were at times where you were sleeping or something like that. What is XRP's next resistance? Is it 50 cents? Krisha, was it 50 cents?
Wait, I'm just getting back onto that chart, and it is, at least for me right now, on my screen, the major one that we have coming up is at 47 cents.
Yeah, I was looking at the Bitcoin pairing, man, so you didn't miss my input at all. I can go ahead and take a look, though.
It's anywhere between 47 and 52 cents, mate.
So just cleared a zone. If it closes here, it'll be clearing a major level, but yeah.
Beautiful. It looks so beautiful on the weekly cloud too, eh? So we're looking at, we may actually see a potential edge-to-edge on XRP USDT on the weekly.
Speaking of weekly, and speaking of easy trades, oh my god, Krisha, Ethereum $530. Jesus Christ, man.
Yes!
Jesus, this is so good to see. Yeah. So when did I get bullish on Ethereum? Do you guys remember? Cloud theory, man. Again, holistic analysis for everything. Right. Oops, turned off the cloud by mistake. Look at this. Remember when this happened? And I started telling you guys, right? This was key, right? Easy trades. We got the first big hint to get ready for the edge-to-edge trade over here. Right over here, all the way over here. Then we got the candle close over here. Right over here. You can see how ever so slightly we closed the candle above. Right, at 307. Then got the retest. Gifts of trades. And now, boom, continuation. Right, edge-to-edge trade. Remember what our thesis was. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a fresh chart. Oh, man, can't reach.
Next resistance. Sorry, go on, Sean.
Yeah, I was like, let's see if it actually pans out. There's one of two scenarios. Either Ethereum gets really aggressive in the next 2 weeks and actually pops all the way to the top of this edge-to-edge over here at around $750. I cannot believe it. But Ethereum has done this in the past, where it surprises everyone with its aggression, and nobody ends up in position, and they only end up buying the top, right? We've seen it happen over and over again. Or it actually starts going sideways over here, gets out of the cloud sideways, and then drops down over here at around 450, gives us the retest buy opportunity, okay, and then continues after. One of those two scenarios is what I'm looking for. Now, of course, there could be something completely different that pans out, right? But if one of these two scenarios do pan out, I am mentally ready with a plan of action, because I know what the likely probability of price action to be after that, right? I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. If not, here's your chance to ask questions.
Sean, what's your next target for ETHUSD? Now, when I did my analysis, I was looking, we had not a disagreement per se, but you caught one level that I did not catch within this current range. Now, I actually think that we may actually very well just blow all the way past, all the way up to $700, $797 actually, close it at 8. But you mentioned 555?
Yeah, so right. In yesterday's video, I actually covered Ethereum. Mm-hmm. And I said that, okay, first, most immediate target is around 519 to 520. And in fact, we did come up there and resist right there at $519. And now, all day, we've been accumulating, consolidating. I don't want to say accumulating. Consolidating against it. And now, we're on our way, in my opinion, to 550. Right, that's the next resistance. It doesn't need to go there in a straight line, although Ethereum does look like it wants to. But 555 is okay, and let me show you guys why. Let me go remove everything. Seed guys are gonna know why this is really key, right? Right over here, important level that we pushed off against. Tried for continuation, bear flag broke down, tried again for another push. What do we do? Just a lower high, and then again, bear flag breakdown off that level. So that has been a key level where people have been getting in and getting out of positions. And now we can zoom in over here. And look at that. We are coming right up against it, Krisha. Let's see if we just blow right past it or we see a little bit of a pushback over there. Now, resistance is only... Okay, this is where we can talk about Ashok's question. Ashok asked in the seed chat today, what was your question exactly, Ashok? you were a little bit surprised when I said support and resistance is less important when the trend is aggressive, right? Was that it? Let me go ahead and see if you're still in the chat. Check Atom, please. Beginning to look good. Okay, no, my chat is delayed. Anyways, that was your question. Essentially, what people don't understand is that support and resistance is usually formed because of a trend, right? Trends are essentially a depiction of human behavior saying F everything. All that matters to us is that price is going to go up, and price is going to likely keep going up according to us, because all we remember is our recency bias, and in the most recent trend, price has been going towards the upside. So in that case, resistance starts mattering less and support starts mattering more, because when price does come down, they are only remembering, hey, price is likely to go up, so I'm going to be looking to buy against the next support. And there are other traders that just buy anyways because they're not looking at support or resistance. All they do is buy, right? So resistance starts mattering less and support starts mattering more when we are in a uptrend, and vice versa in a downtrend. That's the shortest way I can put it without going into a deep explanation. Okay, so check Atom, please. I already looked at that. Sorry, Sean. Okay, cool. I think I answered all questions. Kusha, any feedback? Any input?
You want to see something really cool?
Yeah, sure.
So, so you had this level, right? 555, and I just kind of panned over to my chart, and I noticed that I had a line there too. But I know that it was not, based on what you had. I did not derive it the same way. Now, I remember where I got that line from. If you get onto Ethereum USD's monthly time frame, there was that big double bottom that was put in, right?
Yes.
And the measured move is actually $555.
Ooh, all right.
So
cool.
it's confluence.
Yippee. So this is why it's so great to have Krisha as a trading partner, because we have completely different styles. We don't we don't overlap too much at all. But when we do see confluence in our analysis, it gives us confidence in the trades that we do take. So, yeah. So, which is why you guys should be watching both of us, right? Krisha's analysis on Bitcoin as well as mine on Ethereum as well as Krisha's. Although we don't do repeated analysis because, yeah, we just don't. Hey, look, it's Wolvie. Wolvie's here. Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's great to start the live streams back again, man. I wasn't able to do a live stream last week because I was so freaking busy moving. And I told you guys I'm going to start the live streams back again, and here we are.
Yes, sir. It's exciting. I mean, look at what the markets are doing right now.
Indeed. Somebody asked about Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and take a look at Wi-Fi.
Everything's moving right now.
Yeah.
My God. My sidebar has never looked this green in a very, very, very long time. Even XTZ is up 11% today.
Nice. So, do you guys remember how I was saying? I think we're gonna finish up with a end of year altcoin rally. How many of you guys remember? How many of you guys remember? Do I get to say I told you so yet again?
Go ahead, Sean. Gloat.
I think I've just been in sync with the markets recently, and it feels good. It's not gonna last though. I'm gonna get it wrong eventually, and then I'm gonna start a losing streak. Happens to all of us.
I honestly think that your best sort of streak was just this last summer with the altcoins. I think that was insane. I don't think you've ever been that sort of in tune with the market.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
He was seeing things on, guys, I kid you not, like he was seeing trades on the chart and he was trying to explain it to me. I'm just like, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. And he'd take it, and this guy, he made bank, man, this summer. That's why do you think Sean's been away?
Well, I've learned again through mistakes in the past that when you do well, sometimes it's best to just take a step back, because at least for me it's been a big weakness where I feel almost invincible and I start giving back profits, right? So it was I think the best move I could have made, because just around the time where I said, hey, you know what, guys, I think we're gonna go into a short-term bear market. Go ahead and watch the SXP educational video I posted. I've made a playlist, by the way, guys, called Educational Mango Videos, and it's easier to access now because I'm kind of trying to fill that up with certain daily videos where I go into a different style and I talk about things that aren't about targets. So go ahead and find the video where I talk about SXP there. And towards the end of the video, I said, you know what, guys, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 but I believe we're going to go into a short-term bear market now. And that was literally that's around the time where I stopped trading completely, and it's only like a week or so ago that I started trading again, and things are looking good. Things are looking really good. So just getting lucky, man. Just getting lucky.
I don't think it's, I mean, yes, of course, there's a luck element, but I think if you really have to sit down and sort of, you know, really learn this stuff, I think you tip, you know, the odds in your favor quite significantly.
Yeah, that's definitely true. If you that's what we try to tell people, right, Krisha? New traders, we tell them, listen, you're going to feel this need to want to make money immediately. You're going to feel this need to trade aggressively. You're going to feel this need to start taking trades. But your job now is to simply survive, soak up knowledge, soak up wisdom, survive, right? Just survive. After that, everything gets so much easier, because as much as you think that you know it all, you know nothing. Okay, because what you don't know is yourself. Because you may know the theory, you may know the technical analysis, you don't know how you as a person, you as a trader will actually behave with the tools that you have in your hand. And that changes everything, right?
Well said, well said. And especially because that's what trading does. It kind of puts you into these spots that you're not used to, you know? And you tend to learn a lot about yourself and your personality, and you kind of, at one point, you see a mirror. You know, you get to look at yourself in the mirror and you get to see everything that you need to work on. And it's about, as soon as you're willing to work on it, that's when you really up your game. And not just in trading, but other various aspects of your life.
Yep, exactly. Well said.
So, Wi-Fi, Bitcoin, Sean, what are your thoughts on Wi-Fi? This one's been relentless as well. I mean, look at the pickup.
I'm actually struggling to get a support and resistance read on this one. It's not too clear because this is all pure trend. This is an easy trend play, and all you have to do is play the trend on this one. I said that towards the upside too, right? I didn't cash in on any of the, I didn't catch any of this trade towards the upside, but I was able to spot the strong trend on the lower time frames. It was trending so aggressively on the 4-hour, on the 12-hour, and again over here, it's doing the same thing, right?
I actually think that we're currently on support for Wi-Fi BTC. This is support right now, 1.4. 1.4 is key support, at least on my screen. I think the next point of resistance after this only comes in at around 1.8. But this is trending, man. So 1.8. So essentially, if you put on your daily, your daily cloud, which is, there's not much data on it, but I know it's lining up the Keyshin right now. But even if you're just kind of going off of price action, I think 1.8 is going to be the next key resistance. Yeah.
So
that's if we don't break the support, of course, right? So the current support, the current major level on Wi-Fi's chart right now is 1.4.
So I wouldn't be too interested in it right now, Kusha. If you have the Mango dynamic on your trading view, you can turn on the Mango dynamic on the 4-hour. Now, I don't look at the lower time frames for a lot of coins, but for Wi-Fi, I do. It trends aggressively when it does trend, and you can see how it gave us some really nice trades throughout the upside, right? Again, you don't need to catch the entire move, you just need to catch the meat of the move, and that's what trend analysis is all about. But now look at this, right over here on 20th November, right? We had that candle that broke the Mango dynamic, gave us the retest, and now we are living underneath it, right? So as long as we're living underneath the Mango dynamic, I wouldn't be too interested in this trade over here. So I'll be looking for this to retake 1.5 BTC before I get interested. Now, it could reverse from here. You could be right that we're sitting in support, but this is very similar to how with Ethereum too, right? I was being a little bit more strict, and that's what the dynamic does, right? It allows you to have a tighter trade, because of which it gives you tighter exits, right? You would have been getting out over here at 1.5 BTC. You would have been getting out at 1.5 BTC. So now let's say you rode the trend all the way towards the upside and got out of 1.5 BTC. If we retake 1.5 BTC, okay, I can get back in again. But look at this. We had a rejection at the top over here, kind of like a double top formation, and follow through towards the downside, breaking a key level. Lost the blue dots as well, Krisha, and now the blue dots are underneath. The BO is underneath the Mango dynamic, right? Again, not looking good at all. But you could look at this on the higher time frames, and it's probably giving you a better opportunity. So again, if you look at the Mango dynamic on the Wi-Fi on the 12-hour, Mango dynamic is coming in at 1.3 Satoshi, indicating that this has a little bit lower to come down. Okay, but again, the BO is a little bit more aggressive on it, giving you the support region that you're talking about, Krisha, at around 1.4 BTC. So I'd play this on the 4 hour.
There, yeah. You're playing this on the 4 hour, right?
I'd yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tough one, because the thing is that even as far as price action is concerned and price data is concerned, there's not much, because this is a relatively new coin, right? So there's the tools at our disposal is very minimal, considering that the data is not much. But from the data that I do have, I personally think that 1.4 is a key level here.
How come not a single person in this entire chat has asked me about Link? Don't you think that's weird?
No, I think a couple of, okay, maybe not a lot.
Not a single person asked about Link.
But that's how it really goes, right? Because it's only you. At least I noticed, okay, from past experience, is that the coin that gets the most attention is the coin that has had some crazy, insane move and is about to hit resistance. So it's like the move happens, right? And then the attention pours in.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's going to be the same thing with Chainlink and other altcoins that's about to run, that hasn't really made its crazy move to the upside, but it's about to run.
Yeah, exactly. So Chainlink, now we've been talking about how key this important level has been, around $13.85 for freaking almost a month now, and now we've broken past it. We've confirmed above it. We're seeing continuation, like literally in a straight line towards the upside. Nobody's excited, right? I guess because XRP is stealing the show. But Chainlink's going to surprise people yet again. It's going to be the same story, where once we're about $20, everyone's going to be hopping in and going crazy about it, and buying into the top. So going back to the questions here, Stan says you are all about trading the trend, right? Yeah, it's the best, easiest way to trade, because it keeps the probability on your side, right? Increased probability on your side. On top of that, if you add the right tools, the right indicators, the right techniques, you can increase the probability even further. Not everything needs to go your way, of course, but trend trading allows you to capture big wins, and people think that you need to have a success rate of over 50% at the very least. No, that's not true. With trend trading, you could have a success rate of 30% and still come out massively ahead. In fact, you likely come out more ahead than a guy who has a 70% success rate. That being said, crypto has been generous to us, and we have had a really good success rate, way above 70%. But that's not normal. That's not normal. I don't want to make it seem like it's normal. It is more likely in trend trading, in normal markets, like if you trade across different markets, your win rate's going to be low, and that's fine. Right, crypto's just been freaking amazing to us recently. We just have a good read on crypto. That's what's going on right now. And so going and to answer your other question, how long do we hold on to trades? Well, I'll just give you an example of a couple it depends on the trade, right? So Bitcoin, of course, I'm holding forever. Now let's say VeChain. Krisha and I entered all the way, where was it? Around here, 70 Satoshi, right? Now we're looking at the 12 hours, so it looks like we held it for a long time. But Krisha, where do we enter again? I'm beginning to somewhere around here, underneath this bull flag, I believe. So how long do we ride this trend over here? Somewhere till around here. We got out over here. Around 196, 198 Satoshi. I sold some at around 200 Satoshi, but we sold over here. So it wasn't too long, right? If you think about it, it was around 12th June to around 16th July, 14th July. It was a little bit less than that, actually. I think we got in somewhere around here then. Yeah, so it was only like a month and a half or so, right? Not long at all. It was a nice win, and we were out. Okay, we didn't care after that. Then SXP was even shorter than that, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the SXP trades and stuff came right after,
Yeah.
because I think if you go and look at the orders of our altcoin analysis back this summer, I'll kind of give you a gauge. I think it actually, everything just ran for 1 month, but it ran aggressively for 1 month.
Yeah.
So that was VeChain, Zilliqa, Cardano.
So SXP, by the way, guys, is a really good example of how you're not going to win every single trade, and how you need to simply just take the next trade right after. Now, I remember this clearly because I did do a video on this where I took my first trade on SXP right over here. Okay, I had a thesis on this somewhere around here, and we were putting in a bull flag on the lower time frame on the 1 hour, something like that. I wanted to play for continuation, but we didn't continue. We broke towards the downside, and I got out almost immediately. But that didn't let me, like, got out over here, right? So I took like a small loss, I believe, or we got a retest, got a lucky retest to get out on break even, minus the fees that Binance charges you, right? So you have to take the loss on the fees most of the time, which is fine, whatever. But then another trade opportunity fitting a very similar trading strategy showed up right over here, right? Remember that, Krisha?
Yeah.
And what do? Do you like let the previous trade bother you? Do you let that mentally affect you? No, you just get in. You take the trade mechanically again, okay? And I got in again almost like, I think it was the next day, or it was literally the same night. Got in again, and look at what happened after. This was a massive win, and we held this one for all the way to here, and then we got out somewhere around here, right? So how long did we trade this for?
Your read on SXP, I think, was one of your best reads.
This was only 10 days, Stan. Yeah, the SXP was a great trade. SXP and Band. Band was even better. Elrond too, right? These trades didn't last long at all, but they were massive wins. Good. Elrond was a huge win. Band was even bigger.
Signatures on the trend. So I noticed, like, Sean, the way he was playing this. Sean was playing SXP and Band quite aggressively, and I noticed that there were times where the trend would break on those higher time frames, and Sean's like, no, it's a fake out. And he was so in tune.
Oh, yeah,
so in tune with it. Like, he just knew the signatures. And this is what I mean. For the charts that you play aggressively, try and take some time and find the signatures of those charts, because that is going to give you an edge. Now, he actually found that signature wherein it would take out the low, and then it would fake people out, and then make a run for it.
Yep.
And so that one time that it did take out the low, I'm like, Sean, it's taken out the low. He's like, nope, it's a fake out. Watch. And the very next candle, guys, I kid you not, it went for another run. And freaking, that was a phenomenal run. That was a phenomenal run.
Something very similar happened with Bitcoin, and a conversation with Vishal just a couple of days ago, where he's like, it looks like you're about to get invalidated on your trade, Sean. And we had an hour to go before the 4-hour candle close, and I knew I knew that we were going to close above. I've seen that happen so many times, where you put in almost the perfect double top formation on the 1 hour. The 4 hour has a completely different structure. The 1 hour fakes people out. It doesn't continue at all. The 4 hour gets bought back up, and then it ends up being a bear trap. Let's go ahead and show that to people, because it's a good educational experience. And this was at 17,200, right, where I'd taken my most recent trade. Right, we're added right over here. You're looking at the 4 hour right now. So look at this, guys. Look at how clean this is right over here. Right? We're looking at the structure over here. We're looking at this particular candle right here, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this horizontal, so it doesn't give you guys any bias. We're going to go ahead and look at the 1 hour. Okay, and look at that. You see what I just circled? See that over there? Because if you look at the lower time frames, what does this look like to you? This is a completely valid way of looking at a bearish trade opportunity, where you put in a high, a lower high, a horizontal break. The structure broke towards the downside, right? And did not see continuation. The structure is clearly broken on the 1 hour time frame. You would expect continuation. If you're looking at this on the daily, this is such a bad sign. You'd be looking for continuation for sure. Now, you may have seen continuation on the 1 hour, but the lower the time frame, the less probable that you are going to see confirmation for continuation. Now, it depends on the time frame that you're trading, right? Over here, I was invalidated only the 4 hour closed underneath here, But did we close a 4 hour underneath? No, we did not. Right, we closed it above right over there. You can see that. Let me zoom in. So this is another example of a fake out slash bear trap. But I'm not a genius or anything like that. Eh? The reason I know these things is because I've been victim to all of it. I've been victim to all of it. It's not that I'm like, I know this because I'm the smartest guy in the world. No, it's because I just managed to survive after getting beaten up by this market. That's all.
In Bitcoin, we're likely going to see, you know, more price action like this getting into the next run. Hell, we're already in the next run, but, you know, continuation of this run.
Yeah, exactly. How did you discern the fake out? Well, again, I don't really need to discern it though, right, Alina? All I need to do is tell myself I am going to stick to my rules and only get out of my trade on the candle close. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You just need to follow your rules. We give you guys a certain structure in the Mango Seed program because of these little things. Everything I teach you guys to do and not to do is to avoid all of these complications. And then, over time, as long as you follow the rules, you'll begin to understand why your rules are in place. Because you're like, my rules would have avoided this mistake. My rules would have avoided this fake out. My rules would have avoided this bear trap. It's because of these things, right? You don't need to discern it. In time, though, as you gain experience, you will be able to. This is why I always tell people to start as a strong rule-based trader and then turn into a discretionary trader the more experience you get.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the best way to kind of go about it, because like you just mentioned, that's how you really start. It's only when you follow your rules and you actually have a system do you find out, okay, what is working, what is not working. And then that's when you start finding certain patterns, certain signatures on a chart that makes you a better discretionary trader, because mind you, there are discretionary traders out there that absolutely suck.
Yep.
Okay, you do not want to be one of those guys. All right, so you need to start somewhere, and I think the starting point is having a rule book and following your rules to the T, because that's just going to make you stronger as a trader.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, Stan, another example of me holding on to a trade based on the coin is Chainlink. I've been trading Chainlink for months, like a year actually. Let's go ahead and show you Chainlink, a complete opposite example of what I've been showing you. Right, I've been trading on Bitcoin pairing, and all I've been doing is I identified the trend over here on the weekly, right? So what do? I play it on the weekly. So I've been buying against the trend line for months now. You can see all the way back in freaking May. And yes, I had to sit through this downtrend, right? I sat through this. That's a 50%. But I also got in a position here and over here, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Bitcoin pairing going down temporarily because the trend is still intact. The USD pairing is way deep in profits, right? Look at that, like nowhere close to where we bought, which is somewhere around here, I believe, $4. Jesus, can't believe that. But anyways, it's the Bitcoin pairing that I'm eyeing currently, and again, I'm buying over here. Like, I could be wrong here. Don't follow me on this. Hey guys, hey, Sean's buying, so I'm gonna buy. Don't do that. That's stupid. That's how you lose a lot of money. Because the time you decide to follow me on a trade is the time I'm going to end up being horribly wrong on it. And you guys are not going to know when I exit my trade. And you guys are going to be waiting for my next video to show up to know whether I'm still in the trade, because you're just following me blindly instead of learning how to do this yourself. And oh my God, Chainlink is doing it. Chainlink is doing it.
It's not just don't follow Sean. Don't follow anyone. Like, now we're getting into a new cycle, right? And I remember from the last cycle, what had happened was everyone was taking everyone's calls, especially on Twitter and stuff. And the thing is that, okay, fine, you know, you get an entry point. You see this person take a trade on YouTube or on their Twitter accounts. But guys, they never tell you when they get out of their trades. And you're just stuck there holding your bags. And you're holding, and you're holding. And then price starts moving down, and you're still holding. And now you just find yourself holding a bunch of shit coins that you did not intend to hold because, well, the other person never told you when to get out. So don't be that guy. Don't be that hodler that rides the bag all the way to zero. Okay? Okay, so be careful of these things.
So Krisha, we just I had a horizontal zone marked out on my Chainlink Bitcoin pairing on the 1 hour time frame between 77,000 Satoshi and 79,000 Satoshi. So guys, I've been buying all morning around this zone over here. I posted on the C2 telling you guys my mindset behind this, and now we have just cleared the zone, this 1 hour zone. It's not like an important, super important zone, but I thought that it would lead to continuation if we do clear it, and it does look like it's being respected. So let's see, 6% up now. Great stuff.
Looking good. I'm noticing that a lot of the Bitcoin pairings, the Bitcoin pairs are actually taking a leg up now. We could be at the start of something new, guys.
Yeah, this is actually pointing towards this zone over here. Right, so I think we're gonna make our way to around 86,500 Satoshi on Chainlink, which is the next horizontal and the measured move for the structure.
Wait, say that again. 86,500.
Yeah, some 86,500, 600ish.
This is actually quite an aggressive pickup, though. If you kind of have to assess this chart even on those higher time frames. I'm currently on the 12-hour time frame, and I'm noticing that, of course, I mean, I always have to catch a pattern because that's just what I catch. But if we actually get up there, this could be a potential sort of Adam and Eve on the 12-hour and the 1-day time frame.
Yeah, I agree.
Sean's
Ryan
like,
Fitz. No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the comments too, man. I've been talking so much. I'm just tired, Krisha. What's up, Sean? Ryan from Texas. Yo, hey, how's it going, buddy? Yo, Ryan, guys, has been making me so jealous with his surfing pictures. Oh my god.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, that's him. I was telling Krisha about you, Ryan. Yeah.
Damn. I'd like to start my day like that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't surf for shit, but hey.
And he has like 3 aquariums too. He's so mango. This guy is like mango, you know. He's like the definition of mango. Dude, Ryan, you need to at the very least join the Telegram group, man. The Mango Grove. The chat is currently open, so make your way there. Sean, any discount are you running for Black Friday on mango seed? It's not mango seed, it's mango seed. You know, like mango seeds to grow a mango tree. But I had no idea Black Friday was coming. I was gonna do a discount for Christmas because it's my favorite time of the year. I don't know. Krisha handles all the discounts, so I guess Krisha will let you guys know. I hate doing this finance stuff, man. The only finance stuff I like is trading.
Everything else is on me. But no, if there is, we're probably gonna likely have something, if not for Black Friday, then definitely for Christmas. So I will send everyone an email, and we'll also be announcing it on the YouTube videos as well as on the Telegram chats.
Yeah.
So make sure to be there and catch it. But yeah, nothing planned so far, but we'll likely have one getting into the end of the year.
Okay. Turn up the music a little bit. Let me know, guys, if the music's too loud.
I've literally been kind of muting my mic, coughing, and then coming back on.
Ryan says, heck yeah, will do. Working today, huge day for me, but listening to you guys while I have a few. Oh, hey, man, appreciate you. Using your spare time to listen to us. Your attention is appreciated. It's great to have you guys, man. All of you are so cool, and that's what I love about the Mango community. We are like small niche community where everyone's just chill. No one's toxic. No one's like trying to be elitist and try to be better than anyone over here. Everyone over here understands that none of us know anything, right? Which is what I love about this community, that we're all idiots. And we're all in this together, man. We're all in this together. Jean is here. I didn't notice his comment. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Jean Kai. Shailesh, can you share your views on XLM? We did cover XLM, Shailesh. Kusha, what was it? XLM? Targets?
Oh, did we cover XLM?
We did, right?
I think it was XRP.
Oh man.
Oh no, we did cover XLM.
XLM is bull flagging at the moment.
Snap.
Yeah, it is. So a candle close above 10 cents on the 1 hour, and I'm looking for continuation. Let's go ahead and look at resistance levels.
Vishal must be so happy with this.
Yeah, Vishal is doing great, man. Good for you, Vishal. If you're listening to this, if you do listen to this later.
He absolutely killed it with this one. XLM is looking, all the Bitcoin charts, I'm actually looking at the Bitcoin pairings right now, and they're all sort of taking a turn, approaching resistance, but if the USD pairs actually start ripping from here as well, especially since, you know, many of them are bull flagging, then we're likely going to see the Bitcoin pairs also rip through their resistance.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Things like XLM, now say XLM rips, XLM BTC, that is, if it starts, you know, taking out its resistance at around 565 sats, I think it enters a rather volatile range to the upside. So watch out for things like this, because these could all be like really, really profitable trades to be had, especially if they're all approaching volatile ranges.
Krisha, what do you think? Like, I'm looking at the pole length chart right now. 50 cents. 50 cents was what we reached the last bull market, 2018.
What are you looking at right now?
The pole length, XLM USDT.
Okay.
And I think that the major zone that people should be looking at is between 16 cents to 19 cents. Cracking that is going to give the easiest trade possible. That's going to be the easy trade.
15 cents to 19 cents. Oh yeah.
Right? I'm going to mark this. I'm going to save the shot on my thing. I'm looking at the monthly, by the way. I'm looking at the monthly. I'm going to save the shot on my green list.
I still remember XLM was one of the more neater charts when that last bear cycle actually started. Like, well, while everything was dumping significantly, XLM was flagging there. I mean, it was not flagging per se. Now, in hindsight, it was one big descending, bearish descending triangle that broke down, and quite significantly, I may add. But
yep.
It actually gave people a lot of time to get out.
Exactly. Let's see. Are there any comments I missed, Krisha? I'm trying to get them all, but.
Agree. Mango's the least ego trading group I know. You! Look at that. That's a nice compliment.
Yay.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah. Asian Punk says, thanks for what you guys do. My Christmas present might be joining the Mango Sea program. Hey, man. That's awesome. Be good to have you. Shoot me a PM. Would love to get to know you a little bit, too.
We get to know all our members, guys.
Yeah. We kind of like to chat with the members before they join, so that way we know that people are a good fit. Essentially, like, what we've managed to build in the Mango Sea program is almost magical at times. We got really stupid lucky with the kind of people we were able to attract, and my priority at all times is to make sure we keep that going, you know, because even one bad apple may spoil the bunch. And we've seen that happen in other communities. Like, Stan is here. Stan knows that we've seen that happen in another community. So a couple of bad guys can kind of make it toxic for everyone. So that's kind of why I like to get to know people. But thus far, like, people are so chill, man. I love the kind of people we attract through this community.
I think it's your good morning.
Yeah. Maybe.
Back me up on this one, guys. John's good mornings are just so energetic. It's like you wake up. Like, even if I'm already up, I've kind of woken up for a second time. Good morning.
Yeah, we forgot to start the stream with a good morning.
I'm up.
Krisha's had to deal with me being a morning person our entire relationship, and she hates it. She's not a morning person at all. She's the opposite of a morning person. And I'm like a really, really hardcore morning person. So.
Like, he's so happy. Like, it's just insane.
Just happy to be awake, man. Like, jeez. Wasted my entire night sleeping. Freaking. Nah, I'm kidding. Love sleeping too. Let's see. We'll end off the stream really soon. Is there anything else that I need to? Wolvie saying that he needs to head out for 10 minutes or so. We're not going to be here by the time you're back, bud. Energetic only for him. Is it an inverted head and shoulders forming on the monthly on Stellar? Let's look, since I'm here on the USD pairing. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it at all.
On the USD pairing.
No. Make it simple. Don't look at any. What are you looking at? Like this? Like look. No.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah. No, listen. Look. This is what you need to be looking at, man. Over here. Oops, I meant to get the drawing tool. Over here. What the hell am I doing? Okay, let's try that again. Right over here, we had a structure that broke towards the downside, right? Clear descending triangle, broke towards the downside. That essentially precipitated this entire downtrend on the monthly, right? You can see that we were in a downtrend. Now we want to start an uptrend. We have a low over here. We have a higher low. Breaking this over here at around 13 cents as well as taking out 16 cents will confirm an uptrend. Once you start an uptrend, then we can look for this move, this gap over here to get filled. So you don't need to take the hard trade. You could wait for the easy trade between 19 cents and 50 cents. That's a good trade, man. Like, people, there are two ways you can do it. You can take the hard trade with lower probability and get a lower position size, or you can take a bigger position size and take a higher probability trade over here. Because if I am buying somewhere around here, let me put that in better context for you guys. If I buy somewhere around here, yes, I could, but I'll take a position size of maybe, let's go with nice round numbers of 10K, okay, $10,000. But if I buy over here, maybe I'll be willing to take a $50,000 position size because my probability of winning over here, my confidence, at least the way I trade, is a lot more, right? So over here, I'm gonna get a percent of, oh damn, that's 190%, right? That's still a lot, Jesus Christ. So even though the win is less than from here to here, right, my position size is 5 times higher. So my nominal value, my nominal dollar value in my pocket is going to be 5 times higher. Do you get what I mean? So try to take the easy trades. We have a Discord 2A that we've been building up slowly and surely. Stan says, haha, remember you telling me about reading an hour before getting up in the morning? You were such an inspiration, man. Morning, sure. Yeah, man, dude, I've kept up that habit for like 5 years, 6 years now. The amount of books and knowledge I've accumulated across different fields is mind-blowing. So just this morning, I did the same thing. And like every single day.
That's one thing he's been really consistent with, actually. Like, he's listening to books while brushing his teeth. Good lord.
Yeah, Krisha hates me for that.
No, I don't hate you. I was just like, wow, such a nerd.
This is the only time I actually listen to music, by the way, is with you guys. This is the only time I listen to music.
This kid could be driving and he's listening to audiobooks. I'm like, really?
Gotta be productive, man. It drives me nuts. I actually get really fidgety and antsy if I feel unproductive. So yeah, I think we should end it here. Elias says, hola from San Diego. Hey man, how's it going? He posts a beach picture. Dude, you are so mango too. We have Ryan and Elias back to back with the nice messages. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we'll wrap up. Krisha, any final words?
No, I'm kind of losing my voice now. Trying to still nursing my sore throat, unfortunately.
Ethereum sitting at 535, Link sitting at $15, and Bitcoin at $18,800, $200 away from $19,000. And here we are talking about freaking XRP. Somebody asked me about Matic. What is wrong with you guys? This is disbelief at its max. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Looking good. It's looking good. 700, here we come.
Let's turn up the music. Just turn on the monthly chart on Bitcoin, Krisha. This is it, guys. This is it.
Oh, game over, man. Okay, how many days until the monthly's done?
All right. I'm gonna show you guys the secret yet again. The secret chart. Like, everybody was like, Sean, why would you long so close to resistance? Well. I told you guys where my biases come from. It's this chart right here. Type it on your trading view, 1/XAU BTC. We have not broken, or rather we've not reached resistance just yet on this chart. We closed two 12-hour candles above 8.68, and I was looking for a move all the way up to 14 eventually. Now, this could happen in multiple ways, of course, but this is what I'm looking at. Of course, other things as well, but yeah. Also, let's show how well my... Look at this. Kisha, are you looking at the daily dynamic? Are you looking at it? Alright, so with that, guys, I'm gonna just wrap up.
This is such a strong trend. Like, it's pretty insane.
Let's see. Where to start to join your group? If you're looking to join the Mango Grove, the Telegram free group, it's just I think the Telegram chat, the link is underneath. If you're interested in the seed, you can check out the link. There's a link. There should be a link too, right, Krisha?
Yes.
But
in the description.
I recommend talking to the seed members. Like, reach out to join the group, join the Mango Grove, reach out to the seed members, ask them for their thoughts and their honest opinions on my teaching style, on the content. And actually, Krisha set up a page where people have written down their reviews and their thoughts, right, in a clear manner. You can look at that too. I think there's a link for that too on the seed page.
Yes.
So
on the description, actually, there should be a link there as well.
Yeah, but one of the key I don't say priorities, the rules for the C program is that you need to be laid back, you need to be chill, you cannot be condescending, there's no toxicity allowed whatsoever, there's no stupid question ever in the C program. You can ask whatever question you want at all times. We always try to be encouraging of as many questions as possible. Like, look at Vishal. This guy pestered us with questions the entire time for months and months and months, and now he's freaking out trading me on XLM. I'm still scorned about that. Anyways, Krisha, you want to say your goodbyes? Because I'm going to be muting us very soon.
Ciao, guys. I mean, we'll catch you guys tomorrow, of course. Tomorrow is a Sunday, right? So yeah, no, we'll be doing a video tomorrow as well. I mean, the charts are looking too ripe right now for us to not be on the charts. So we'll give you a little more of our action.
Indeed. So I'm going to be leaving the music on and chatting with you guys via texting for a little bit. So until then, we'll enjoy the music. And yeah, ciao, guys. This was fun. We'll see you guys in the next stream, maybe tomorrow or maybe next week. Either way, every weekend, we're going to be doing a stream. But it's exciting time, so perhaps we do one tomorrow too. Hey, who knows? Stay tuned. Ciao.
Ciao, guys.
sweet love in